Transformers, son. We got Anthony Hopkins in this one. Let's go.
Transformers, more than meets the eye.
Transformers The Last Knight. Oh my fucking god. Guys, I didn't want to start this channel off with two shitty ass reviews. So I'm going to talk about this shitty ass movie as positively as I can. Guys, Transformers 5 is directed by Michael Bay, director of Bad Boys 1 and 2 and the rest of the Transformers films. I'm going to start with the good, because it's going to be real easy to get past. I personally feel Michael Bay is one of the best special effects directors out there. There's very few who can work with special effects the way Michael Bay does. But when it comes to storytelling, I can't stress enough how all over the place the plot is. I'm gonna lay it out for you. Transformers are illegal, not allowed to be on Earth. Mark Wahlberg's character is harboring the last Autobots because he's a decent human being. We got the Decepticons doing something. Half of them are locked away. Megatron is out there just buried in sand or some shit. Eventually he rises out because the plot needs him to. We got Mark Wahlberg's team over here. We got the Autobots over here. We got the Decepticons somewhere over here. Optimus is in space somewhere. There's a whole army team somewhere over here. And so the army hires the Decepticons to come get the Autobots because they're holding Mark Wahlberg's talisman. And then the Decepticons, the big fucking surprise, they turn on the humans. And so they take the staff up to the Queen, or the talisman, or why is there so many items in this movie? There's a staff, there's a talisman, there's the fucking Excalibur sword. Why does the Transformers plot have to be so complicated? Why does Transformers have, like, all I want to do is come to the theater, turn my brain off, and watch robots fight. That's it. Fucking transform into a Corvette and whoop this Camaro's ass. Like, that's all I want from these movies. It's terrible. There's just so many things to follow, and so by the time you get to the start of the third act, you just don't even know what the fuck is going on anymore. Like I was telling you, you got one team here, one team here, one team here, and everybody's shooting at each other, and we just like, my friend leaned over, he was like, do you know what the fuck is going on? Do you? And I honestly, I could not answer. I was like, I don't know who is shooting at who. I don't know if Decepticons are shooting at Autobots. I don't know if the army team is shooting at, like, oh god, fuck. I don't know if it's Michael Bay. I don't know if it's the writers. And there's two lines in this movie that are just absolutely cringeworthy. Bumblebee is whooping ass. It cuts to like some slow-mo shot and he's like, whoa, and he's like, stings like a bee. It's so bad, it's terrible. And then at the very end of the movie, because at the end of every Transformers movie, Optimus has to monologue, and so Optimus is doing his little monologue and he's like, something these humans have showed me is that these people are more than meets the eye. Oh my god. I don't know who the fuck wrote that shit. I could have wrote that shit. And I wouldn't have the balls to write that shit. We had a Suicide Squad scene in this movie. Megatron's like, well, I'm going to need a team. And the army guys are like, name your picks. It's like a Mortal Kombat game where you're just like scrolling through your characters and each character just walks up like, Storm nigga. We start off the film with Isabella Monet's character. She eventually gets saved by Mark Wahlberg's character, Cade Yeager, the fakest movie name I have ever heard. I don't know why the little Spanish chick is in this movie, because halfway through the movie, they ditch that bitch. Literally, they ditch her. You don't see her all the way until the end of the movie. She does nothing, but her acting is pretty good. I'm not one to shit on a child actor because, you know, she's out here living her dreams, making all this money, and I'm making reviews in my mom's house. She has this little blue robot that's a piece of shit. It's supposed to transform into a moped, but it doesn't transform at all. It doesn't do shit throughout the whole movie until the very end. He has a giant gun in his dick and he just blows some shit up. It's not even some substantial shit. It's like a fucking army gun 50 yards down that it's like tinking off of Optimus. I walked into this movie believing it was actually going to be better than the rest because they got Anthony Hopkins, man. You got Hannibal Lecter.
A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
We meet this British chick, and as soon as we meet the British chick, everything goes out the window. They do this forced love romance thing between her and Mark Wahlberg, where it's like, I don't know, they're like destined to be together. There's only like 30-45 minutes of the movie left, so they're really trying to fucking force this thing down your throat. There's this one scene, they go on like a submarine or some shit. She's like peeking around the corner. And Mark Wahlberg, he's I don't know what the fuck he's doing. He's like looking for a talisman that's like scattered all over his body. He's just like standing there checking himself out. Oh yeah. Fuck it. Oh, I didn't see you there. She brings a candle up to his abs. She's just, oh, there it is. There's the talisman. So there's the forced romance that does not work whatsoever, because we're in the last 45 minutes of the movie. So if you're gonna try and plug that romance, you better plug that bitch from the beginning. It's an F. It's an F. I didn't want to start my channel this way. I'm not a film snob or anything like that, but fuck, man. You can see in my face how aggravated I am about this fucking movie. Especially because I went to go see it in 3D too, so that ticket was like $18 goddamn dollars. Wasted money, wasted Spanish chick, stupid love story, plot that is here. Well guys, I'm gonna get Spider-Man done by the end of the week. And then Spider-Man 2 next week, and I think Baby Driver comes out next week. Baby Driver is going to be my first good review. I can feel it. Anything Edgar Wright, I can feel it. So stay tuned for that. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the shits, and do not see this fucking movie. Please, don't. It's an F. It's terrible. It's awful. It's trash. Waste management. Fuck this movie.